Time now for a what if. So, Harp, what if Edwin Diaz helps lead the Mets to a World Series championship? Does that make the Kelenic trade then a success?
Well, I think Mets fans would feel a lot better about it, but I still don't think it justifies it because I don't think they needed to give up Kelenic to make that trade. Even whatever you think of the trade, I talked to too many people in baseball who were convinced that the Mariners were so desperate to get rid of that Cano money on that contract that if the Mets had just been patient, if Van Wagenen had been a little more patient, they could have made a deal like that without having to give up a prospect that Mets scouts were cringing about at the time.
Yeah, I agree. And look, the guy who made the trade, that's why he's no longer a general manager. So I think that speaks for itself here. But, I'll ask you guys the question. Do you think the Cubs have any reservations or regret now that they gave up Gleyber Torres for a 2-month Aroldis Chapman rental? They won a World Series, right? And shout out to Gleyber, by the way. Get well, buddy. But, no, I think that if the Mets win a World Series, nobody's even going to remember what Jared Kelenic was.
I think part of the problem here is, look, Edwin Diaz, I think, has been great outside, obviously, the 19 season, and I think he'll continue to be great for this franchise. But you're talking about a reliever versus a very young, controllable, high upside, very high upside position player, outfielder particularly, where the Mets, outside of Conforto, haven't really landed that big guy. I mean, you've got Dom Smith out there playing left field, which is great. Dom's a great athlete and a great, hitter, but he's not really a left fielder. Nimmo, people were screaming for him to, not be the center fielder anymore. So when you talk about all that, I think, no, there's no way the Mets can win this trade. It just is what it is.
And the Mets haven't won a World Series since 1986. If Edwin Diaz is a big part of a championship team, I'm sorry, but the ridiculous Cano money and the embarrassing suspension and not having Kelenic anymore is not going to matter much when fans are enjoying a Canyon of Heroes parade.